Hi, I'm Seamless. Today is Wednesday, which means it's time for a sound design request tutorial. This tutorial is brought to you by Alex Callahan, who donated to my Patreon campaign during the month of November. This is the level of reward that his donation yielded upon him. If you're curious as to what that means, there's a link in my description to the Patreon campaign, which explains everything. Man. Anyway, today's just a little bit of a silly thing, just because I feel incredibly terrible and I want to do a silly thing. So this is from the Shake It clip from Adventure Time, and I decided I would do that. I'm also gonna do other ones too. I'm not. This was like fourth on the list, but this is pretty straightforward. This is actually not doing anything. This is an 808 that's run through a guitar. I just picked a preset, I just picked 80 solo and then turned off the delay. That's whatever. This is like the easiest thing in the universe to accomplish, and I think it's funny. But just in case, like the intuitive leap didn't happen for some people. I mean, I decided I would do it anyway. NFL, if you go into drums and like in the various categories, there's various old schooly samples. So that's where I got the sample that I used for this. Was just NFL. There's really not much to explain about this. So like, although I will explain something about guitar simulation. So I say guitar distortion. How is that different from regular distortion? Well, it has the guitar tones that we're used to has everything to do with what's referred to as the cabinet simulation or emulation or whatever. And this what in the real world you run your guitar amplifier through a speaker cabinet. Speaker cabinet. And the cabinets are not full spectrum. They're not perfect reference speakers. And so when you run your amplified signal through them, it colors the sound a lot. And like so much so that if you ever were to listen to a distorted sound without the cabinet, you'd be like, damn, it sounds terrible. But the cabinet is what makes it sound good. So in digital emulation, distortion is pretty easy. Distort a signal in various cool ways. But then emulation of the cabinet is what's key to make the sound like the guitar sound that you want it to sound like. In Guitar Rig, this is pretty easy. You got cabinets attached to whatever you want to do. You can also do this thing called Control Room, which is a big old cabinet customizer. This is Guitar Rig 4 that I'm using. Guitar Rig 5 has a much more updated control room thing. Yeah, it's much cooler. However, you don't have any of this. What you can also do is you can Google guitar IRs, also known as impulse response files. And impulse response, if that made you think of the convolver because of impulse response reverb or convolution reverb, it should, because it's the same process. The creations of the files are a bit different, but the application is identical, which is to say you can open up the convolver, you can drop in a guitar response file, specifically a guitar cabinet response file, and you can just turn all the way up, the dry all the way off, and then you'll have the signal run through it as if it were a guitar cabinet. And that's pretty straightforward and easy. So yeah, but I use Guitar Rig because I have that on hand. And most people do these days, so it's pretty straightforward. There's not much else to this sound. If you liked it, then good, cool. I'm not gonna put up an FLP for this. This is very straightforward. But if you have any questions about any of this, which is what I was trying to say, let me know. And as usual, have a nice day.